Hey lovelies, this is me taking another break from being a hater on Wiz. So this is 13 more things I like about the game. Number 1, even though the battle system is selecting cards, I do enjoy it. It being round based makes it so you don't have to be glued to the screen. For those like me that like multitasking and just want to be mindless sometimes. Although some battles do require strategies, it still isn't rapid fire, so you can still think and be doing something else for the most part. And I'm usually watching TV while I play the game, so it works best for me. Number 2, going off of the battle system, even though it's cool to have your own character attack, the spell animations are pretty cool too. You can tell there was effort put into them, which I do appreciate. And they are pretty cool to watch. Number 3, that it's easy to obtain gold in the game, from questing, from gardening, and of course that you can sell almost anything in the game, and that there's different mediums to do so. You could travel to the bazaar or quick sell right from your backpack. It is to note that you might receive a bigger sum from selling right at bazaar. You can even sell straight to vendors as well. Number 4, you don't have to pay for gear to advance in the game. Not real money anyway. While the game is pushed with microtransactions by some good gear being hidden behind a pack or bundle, they are not necessary to level. Farming is, unfortunately. But you can definitely get through the game without buying packs or bundles or crown gear. Bazaar will be your best friend, but most of the good gear is usually just farmed for. So half the time you don't even have to spend gold. What's that one? Number 5. Thank God for realm switching. Crowded realms usually cause my game to lag, and the amount of people be giving me sensory overload of sorts. Not gonna lie. Not to mention how a godsend it is to farming regions. Because who just wants to sit there and wait for them to respawn? Number 6. Astrology. Could change how expensive the spells are, but I do think it is fun slash funny to have mobs or bosses just chilling in your house. Plus, astrology also kind of tweaks the minion system in the game. I don't really know how useful they are because I usually just make them into house guests instead of like a summon and treasure card. But here I'm testing it out here. But this one I summoned turned out to be pretty useless. Anyway, um, number 7, unpopular opinion, but I prefer the graphics as they are now. I think it has its own charm because its style is pretty distinct from other RPGs from what I've seen so far. And I think higher graphics would be harder on low PC players like me, though customization could always improve, which I'll never stop pushing. Number 8. Don't need man don't oh my god. Let me start that over. Don't need to pay to get health and mana up. While I am an avid potion user, because I just can't be bothered, you can literally walk around and collect whiffs for health and mana. So that is pretty good. Where most other games will like charge you just to get your health and mana up or whatever, or energy, whatever their form is. So I thought that was really cool of Wiz. Number 9, recall for like dungeons, instances, and especially key bosses. Having to do a dungeon over just because I died would make me quit full stop, especially those really challenging ones. And the recall and key bosses are hit and miss. It doesn't work with all, but it's nice not having a wasted gold key since they're already so rare to obtain. Number 10, shared bank. When you have multiple characters and one char has what the other needs, voila, share bank. Just transfer it over. Number 11, unique wand casting animation. This is kind of like an odd one, but the generic little wand spin is just boring to me. Part of the reason I want some new weapons or wands, as they call it. Nothing much else to say there, but here are some demonstrations. Alright, number 12, cantrips. Serves no real purpose until guilds were introduced into the game. And the really good ones are unlocked within a guild, unfortunately, like the sigil support spells and such. But originally, it was a nice aesthetic to be able to use magic outside of battle. Still is. A useful one that's not hidden within a guild is a second mark and recall. So even if you like use your regular mark, you can still place a second one and second recall. I think you're saving on mana that way too. And plus, it's like very convenient. And then the cantrip TCs can come in handy, like the Porch Crate to the World ones as well. So you could always just craft those from the crafting station, I believe. Learn to talk, man. Oh my god. Anyway, number 13, the last one. School Pits, aka Arch Mastery. A revolution of dual skilling as well as makes you able to cast your own school spells faster. More advanced version of mastery amulets, basically. Those would only be useful if they were a secondary amulet, not a main one. So you could have like, two equipped basically. But I do not see that happening. And as such, Arch Mastery makes the amulets obsolete, in my opinion. But anyway, that's 13 more things I like about Wiz. My next video will probably go back to being a hater. It's where I belong on the stance. Alright, toodles!